The moment Caribbean music lovers had been waiting over a decade for finally arrived on night 2 of the St. Kitts Music Festival. In a performance that will be etched into regional music history, Vybz Kartel, dancehall's most polarizing and prolific figure, made his triumphant return to the stage. Recently released after 13 years of incarceration, the dancehall icon was without question the most anticipated act on an already impressive lineup. When he finally took to the stage, he delivered a performance that not only lived up to the hype, but silenced even the harshest critics.
Ready?
Backed by years of pent-up expectation and unwavering fan loyalty, Kartel's set was a masterclass in lyrical prowess, stage presence, and enduring cultural impact, cementing his return and reigniting the energy of a festival already on a high. The energy levels were in the stratosphere when the world boss took to the stage. The collective response to the Jamaican entertainer was raw, unfiltered, and borderline spiritual. It was, in my opinion, the kind of performance that didn't just shake the stage, it shook the soul. Visibly moved and bolstered by the volcanic wave of love-fueled energy pulsating through the crowd, Kartel gave even more than expected, performing well beyond the anticipated hour-long set. It was a powerful reminder of his staying power and why, even after 13 years behind bars, his crown as King of Dancehall remains firmly in place. Another undeniable crowd favorite on night 2 of the St. Kitts Music Festival was the indomitable Spice, whose raunchy, jaw-dropping set ignited the stage and sent the already exuberant crowd into full-blown hysteria. Midway through her performance, she cranked up the heat even further by inviting men from both St. Kitts and Nevis to join her dancers on stage. It was an audacious move that whipped the audience into a frenzy. Having grown up on old school dancehall and reggae, I was super excited to see Barrington Levy perform. I was not at all disappointed.
I said, no, officer, Lord, you must be mad. He only smokes cigarettes and strictly shots. Oh no!
During a post-performance interview, he credited God for his unique talent and success that spans decades.
What God provides for you, no one can take it. I feel. That's what I'm trying to put in the head on this trip. Because that's what I'm promoting at the moment. God work. Yes, because we're coming into the end times now, so people have to be careful and move towards God and let go Satan worshiping and all these things. And just focus on God, because He's the only one that can help us right now. As you can, I'm sure every one of you have seen what's going on in the world right now. And we have to move closer to God right now. We have to, because He's the only Savior. He's the only one that can stop a nuclear, whatever they come with. God alone can fix that. So as I said, what is for you on this earth, no one can take it or stop it when Jaja created.
He had these words of advice for fledgling artists.
Write some good messages, some good songs that can stand the test of time. I mean, write songs with substance and songs with meaning and can uplift people in a positive way. That is it. Bob Marley, who established reggae music worldwide, he preached positivity to the people. And long after he's gone, his messages, all of the messages that he put in place, is still existing today. So why would I go the other way? The only way I know is the righteous way. And I will keep it that way.
Write songs with good messages. Songs that stand the test of time. Write songs with substance and songs with meaning that could uplift people in a positive way. This sentiment was endorsed by Da Vinci. Responding to questions posed by Your Caribbean Guide, he too urged up-and-coming artists to be mindful of the messaging in their music.
For those songs with substance, songs with meaning, songs with feelings, songs that come from the soul. You understand what I say? And that will win anybody, because I can be going through something and think it's the worst thing in the world when we have millions of people where go through worse than me. You get me? I say, so what I try to do is just bring the real to the music, you know? So that's me from day one.
Homegrown talent showed up and showed out on night 2 of the St. Kitts Music Festival, proving that the Federation's musical heartbeat is as strong as ever. From the moment Dejour hit the stage, the crowd was electrified. His commanding presence, vocal range and stage confidence affirming why he's one of the Federation's fastest rising stars. Your Caribbean Guide had the opportunity to speak with him briefly backstage post-performance. We wanted to know about his approach if and when having to deal with circumstances that forced him to leave friends behind as his star continues to rise.
This is the first time I ever heard that question, and it's such a serious question. Like, I've had a few people I had to leave behind because they're not necessarily with the motion or what's not, you know what I mean? There's a saying, you have to leave your people in order to come back and help them. So I feel like if you're not pulling the weight, I have to leave you in order to come back and do something for you. You know what I mean? So there have been a few people that I had to leave behind.
Colin Wyatt, a beloved local favorite, brought a soulful energy that resonated deeply with longtime fans, blending smooth delivery with heartfelt lyrics. I'm almost ashamed to admit that it was my first time hearing his music and seeing him perform. Even so, he held me enthralled. Idali Napi, with her powerful vocals and unapologetically Caribbean flair, delivered a performance that was both refreshing and rooted in culture. Then came DJ Terror, who turned the energy all the way up, keeping the crowd moving between sets with seamless transitions and undeniable skill. What sets him apart, he says, is his drive to keep evolving.
Just being different and being myself and just pushing to a next level that people think that wasn't achievable. You know what I mean? I think that's what set me back. Since I would say high school is when I started taking the music seriously. Just hearing all the mixes and buses, going to school is what inspired me. You know, I mean, shout out to guys like Mixclusive Entertainment, Empire Sounds, DJ Smoke. For me, that's how I started.
The path to becoming a full-time entertainer wasn't always smooth. In 2019, he made the bold decision to leave his stable job in banking.
I go into my mom and say, hey mom, I think I'm gonna quit my job and go full-time as an entertainer. And my mom watched me like, you're mad. And then she said, go talk to your dad. I live with my mom and my dad. Big up my mom Carmen, big up my dad Gary. You know what I mean? Truly amazing parents. And I went and I talked to my dad and he was like, yo, you sure you wanna do that? And I said, yeah daddy, I think it's time. He said, well, if you think you could do it, then pursue your career, you know what I mean? And I did it.
Despite the challenges that followed, including the arrival of COVID-19, DJ Terror never regretted the decision. Now he's not only commanding stages regionally and internationally, but also inspiring a generation.
I never looked back and was ashamed of my decision. You know what I mean? I think it's not, I know it was the best decision for me. And for me, right now, I'm a motivation and an idol for a lot of other entertainers in St. Kitts and Nevis and also the wider Caribbean. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Paul is an understatement. My mom was on the stage with me just now, man. She's like my biggest support. And as I left, she was like, son, like, I could see tears in her eyes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Together, these artists reminded the audience that while the festival welcomes international icons, St. Kitts and Nevis' talent can hold its own on any stage. Their performances were declarations of pride, passion, and artistic excellence.
Nobody but you, body but me, bodies but us, bodies together.
I love to hold you tonight and always. I love to wake up. I love to hold you.
I know it's straight. I just wake up. I just wake up. One more time. Hey, from the wake up. Talk the fun.
If you made it this far, you have a fair idea of all that you missed, so do yourselves a favor and start planning for next year. The 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival runs from June 25th to 27th, 2026. See you there.